Hello everyone and welcome to this video. Now today I'm going to be doing a contest entry into Richard McCook's 500 subscribers contest. So firstly a big congratulations to Richard on reaching this milestone. I must say Richard has got an excellent channel, probably one of my favourites on YouTube actually. I mean for his exquisite music taste, he's a big lover of all things like late 70s new wave, also Paul Heaton I like the band I'm going to look at today, XTC, and yeah, his videos are always really entertaining, really detailed, and I especially like his ranking of singles discographies. They're quite unique but always very entertaining videos. He really focuses on the details, plus he's an all-round really nice guy. So yes, I thought that the least I could do was enter his contest, which is quite a unique one. Usually with these contests you just get 4 or 5 questions, but this one here, the premise is to compile a 6-track sampler off an artist of your choosing. So as I said, a guy I'm doing XTC, and the aim is to kind of show off the different styles and sounds of the band, to sort of introduce someone new to them. Now there is a couple of twists with this, you can't pick any singles about the bands which were issued in your home country, so it's really only album tracks and b-sides you can include on this sort of 6-track sampler. So as I said, there were quite a few artists on my mind to do this contest for, but I decided to settle on XTC because I know their discography pretty well, and sort of they are the ideal subject for a video like this, because for me they're still not widely appreciated outside of the music fan and sort of VC community, and plus they have such a wide sort of breadth of styles and sounds. They sort of change the sounds from album to album. So sort of this contest gave me a good opportunity to try and sort of pick songs from different eras of XTC's career. So just get into the 6 songs I chose. I'm just going to rattle them off in chronological order. So yeah, the first song I am including is Reel by Reel, which is from the Drums and Wires album, their 3rd album. Now I must say, kind of the early XTC, it's got a very particular sort of jerky kind of feeling to it. And I must say, I'm not a massive fan of the first 2 albums, but by this point, Drums and Wires, they really hit their stride, and it seems to be what they were building up to on those first 2 albums. The song features Partridge's sort of trademark wailing and yelping vocal from the time. Very unique to early XTC. Plus this song has got great lyrics on it, and maybe Dave and maybe guitarist Dave Gregory's best solo on it as well. So yeah, Reel by Reel, a pretty good representation of early XTC, and would be my first choice. Next up, number 2, I wanted to choose something from the English Settlement era, kind of where they were sort of transitioning away from sort of the early more rock-based sound towards something a little bit more melodic, a little bit more sort of expansive kind of sound. And although there are a lot of great songs on that album, I have decided to go for one of the B-sides, which is a song called Blame the Weather, which was originally the B-side to the fantastic Senses Working Overtime here. And this is also notably a Colin Moulding song. So yeah, if I didn't know, XTC kind of was formed of 2 primary songwriters. Andy Partridge, who was the main one, he wrote the bulk of the material, but he was assisted usually by Colin Moulding. Well, assist is the wrong words. I saw they wrote separately, but Colin would contribute maybe say 3 or 4 songs per 3 or 4 songs per album, and this is a song which unfortunately didn't make it onto the English Settlement album, but I think it is as good as almost anything on that album. Yeah, like I said, I think it just sort of shows them expanding their sound, bigger arrangements, Terry Chambers drumming it's slightly more interesting, a bit more rhythmic, and also the songwriting is sort of progressing, you can see really hear the progression in this song. So yeah, Blame the Weather would be my second choice. one up now, I'm going to go for Seagulls Screaming Kisser Kisser, which is from the Big Express, an album which I just recently reviewed. And I think this really sort of showcases the kind of weird and quirky side of XTC, but also the slightly sort of like psychedelic, influence as well, like in like the very sort of strange vocal effects going on, plus like the mellotron. I guess it's sort of like it gives the song a kind of 60s influence, but kind of like sort of dressed up like in like 80s clothes. And yeah, like the lyrics are kind of like sort of like on like the surface, kind of like boy meets girl kind of thing. But like there's enough weirdness in it, like to make it seem slightly left field, like slightly odd, and like that's like what I think makes it brilliant. So yeah, Seagulls Screaming, yeah, would be my third choice.
What sticks in my mind is a sweet jar.
Next up was one I kind of deliberated over a little bit. I kind of wanted to choose something which showcased more sort of like, again, that's like more like adventurous like music side, like something a little bit more sort of like classical like influence, like a little bit more sort of like musically advanced, like than sort of like the guitar bass drum sort of thing, like all like the more sort of like the 60s like kind of like influence things that they would go on to do later. And I've chosen the song Dying from the Skylocking album. Now I must say this isn't a favourite XTC track of mine, like it's never been a song which I particularly love, but I do think it would be an interesting choice to put on a compilation such as this. It kind of, like I said, showcases the more natural and acoustic side of the music. Plus, it's also a slightly darker song as well. It has quite a sort of like a dark lyric to it, and it's got quite a sort of complex time signature as well. So it is kind of like a more sort of it's like one for sort of the music fans like this one here, sort of music players can sort of appreciate this and think, oh, that sounds slightly odd and different. And yeah, this was another Colin Moulding song as well, so I wanted to include at least 2 Colin Moulding songs on this list. So yeah, this is my second choice, from Colin Moulding, Dying. And then I wanted to go for something from a little bit later on, again showcasing the more sort of 60s sound, and I've decided to go for Then She Appeared, taken from the Nonsuch albums. This was 1992 this one came out, so a little bit later on into their career, but this song is great. It's got a kind of more sort of very sort of 60s influence, very birdsy sort of guitar sound on it, and again it's just got great lyrics, again sort of about falling in love, sort of being overwhelmed by this person's beauty, and it is just a classic pop song. Again, it's confusing to think why this wasn't a single, but it wasn't, and yeah, it would make my list. So yeah, my number 5 choice would be Then She Appeared.
Till the gutter shines like the swirling sky.
And the last one is going to be from their second to last album, Apple Venus. I had to choose something from this record because it is so left field and so sort of lushly produced, very orchestrated. I've gone for the song I Can't Own Her. Now, I would have gone for Easter Theatre, but that was issued as a CD promo single, so I couldn't choose that one. And I've also I'd Like Her, and I'd Like That I think is a great song as well, but again, was a single. So I've gone for I Can't Own Her. I mean, this is just as good, I think, the next best thing, really. Again, the orchestration work gives it a very grand, sort of sweeping feeling to it. Again, it's got really sort of thought out arrangement to it. There's lots of different bits to this song here. It's just a track you can really get lost in. You get lost in this whole album. Yeah, it is just a beautiful piece of work really. And yeah, I think really shows a musical journey and progression from reel by reel to a song like this. It just shows how brilliant XTC were. So that's been my entry into Richard's video. So yeah, like I said, I would urge you all to check out his channel. If you haven't, if you're not familiar with it, I will link it in the description to this video, and I will see you all next time for the next one. Goodbye.